Welcome to the 20th C++ tutorial on the text space, and in this tutorial we're going over the size of commands. So basically, I don't know if I should have made this one tutorial, maybe I should have just put it in a different tutorial, but basically sizeOf is just a command, just like this, and it has, of course, parentheses, parameter, marks, and basically you write something in here. So that's how you use it. Let's use it. So let's create a variable called x and a variable called y, and we'll set y equal to something and we'll set x equal to nothing. Then we'll create a double x2 and then a double y2 and set y2 equal to 100 as well, just as a different variable type. So now what we're going to do is use the sizeOf, and I'm going to show you how it works. So basically, it works like this, and let's make a few of these really fast. So we'll make, we need 4 of them. We're going to output the size of each variable. So you're thinking, okay, x doesn't have a size to it. Yeah, it does. So before we went over variables, we went over how they are stored, how you create a variable basically to store information in it. So you create a variable so that you can take information and then store that information in that variable. And depending on the type of variable it is depending on the type of information that you can put inside that variable, and that you can also give that variable any name that you want. So we have an integer x, and if you don't understand that, you can again go back to that video, but everybody should understand that by now, that if you have an integer x, it's not set to nothing, that it's still a storage space called x. So some integer is going to be stored at x. So basically we're going to get the size of x, and we'll do this. Size of x, and we're going to use the sizeOf command to use or get out the size of x. So when we get the size of x, it'll show us the size in bytes. So since there's no value to it, it'll show us the size in bytes. And we'll see what happens when we use y to get that size, even though it does have a value. So as you can see, y is equal to 100. So when we go size of y, we'll see what happens. So then we have x2 and y2. So size of x2, go back, size of y2. And then we'll go ahead and run this really fast. So as you can see, we got size of x is 4, size of y is 4, size of x2 is 8, size of y2 is 8. And that's because that's how many bytes. My particular computer, yours might be a little bit different depending if it's a little bit, I think it goes by hard disk, how much memory is on there. I'm not sure. It really doesn't matter. It just means that the size of x is 4 bytes because it is an integer. So integers are stored in 4 bytes, and doubles are stored in 8 bytes, as you can see. So since this is stored in 8 bytes, even though it has the value of 100, and even though this has the value of 100, it's still sizeOf gives us the size of that variable in bytes. So that's what the sizeOf command does. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. If you have any, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial where we're going to talk about constant variables and constant functions.